Hi, everyone. Harry here to talk about Trump's treatment, his despicable treatment, his dishonest treatment, his flamboyantly unprecedented treatment of the terrible, tragic plane crash in the skies near Washington. So this is when a country looks to a president, right? There's been a tragedy. No one anticipated it. In this case, everybody dies. 67 people. You think maybe of the Challenger crash and Reagan's coming out. Trump comes out and starts talking, and within 90 seconds or so, he is saying that the crash was caused by I'm just going to give it to you straight. If you haven't heard this, just try not to collapse in laughter because it really isn't funny. But what's the culprit here? The DEI policies of the Biden and Obama administrations. So first, there's all kinds of racist rhetoric tucked in there where he says we need the best and the brightest, and he's suggesting that DEI policy have seeded the FAA with incompetence from top to bottom. It's all a lie, but it's also so spectacularly, I think often of him as the anti everything I needed to know I learned in kindergarten, but really, what a flaming asshole. The Biden administration, I believe, had 0 commercial crashes on their watch. He gets one within a few days. He has yet to appoint an acting head of the FAA, which is something he should have done, immediately on the first day. So if anyone's gonna point a finger of blame at federal government inaction or fault, it would go directly to him. And, it's like a kind of instinct. I often find myself thinking, wow, is this even worse than Trump 1.0? And this would surely be a candidate, right? I don't want to start ranking parades of horribles, but to come out speaking to the nation after a crash and within short order be blaming anyone, but then blaming Obama and Biden for an absolutely spurious reason. And I think it, by the way, kind of matters, during the campaign. It felt to me like whenever he was rocked on his heels or he didn't know what to say, he came up with immigration. I wonder if DEI is the new immigration here during his governance. I wonder if anybody could possibly believe it. There doesn't seem to be, by the way, any involvement by even a minority person here, but you have people coming out, including handicapped organizations saying, this is really the lowest of low blows. There's no indication that we don't do our job perfectly well. But to use it as an occasion to divide, and as an occasion to divide by means of a lie, and to use it to divide by means of a lie that is so far-fetched, so ridiculous, it would be comic, but for the tragic backdrop of 67 people having died. So this is, I think, you always hesitate to say something like this with Donald Trump, but Trump at his worst. There'll now be an investigation. He's been talking crap. Apparently there's a little bit of controversy. Was a plane flying too high or not? And his press person, who seems to be as dishonest as Sean Spicer when he talked about the size of the crowd or whatever, just say any kind of crap, has just is just backing him up. She's just a propaganda tool. But even if there was, now it's silly, there could not be something to it, but the notion that a president confronted with this national tragedy, instead of trying to unite, say something nice about the victims, is coming out and trashing his predecessor's DEI policies and calling it somehow responsible for what happened. is really, it's hard to get one's head around the kind of degree of nastiness, and to just kind of go there to this in this sort of incoherent stream of consciousness way. I don't know whether there actually 20% of the arch magi's who say, yes, good going, President Trump. You put your finger on the blame where it really lies. The DEI policies of the FAA. But, nobody with any sense will believe it. That means they understand that Trump is just making it up, lying, or even weirder, in a kind of a strange, like, feedback loop of fantasy where somehow DEI policies are the cause of everything. So this is our president, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a really serious episode in which 67 people have died. But even without that, it's a demonstration of the way in which he is unfit to lead, unfit to earn the trust of the American people, unfit to unite rather than divide. It's a sort of, crystalline moment of Donald Trump and what the next couple years portend. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.